one mom and her baby right in here. This is sheep farrow. Turn the vegetable fields back into pasture. The good thing in New England is that all fields want to be pasture. So they're kind of slowly going back into pasture. And right over here, the little shelters there are all like broilers and turkeys we keep together. And then the bigger coops further on are our laying hens. So we have a mix of those, and then we have our pigs. Some of our pigs over here. These are
feeder pigs.
Yeah, we can get a better shot if we want. Sure. So the huts are for when the pigs farrow, because we farrow all our pigs outdoors. Farrow means to give birth, and they actually use the huts just for shelter, and we farrow all year round. So we just stuff them full of either leaves or hay in the winter time, and they'll farrow it right in there and do really
huge.
So we keep them in with that electric fence there, just 3 strands of electric, and some places we only use 2 strands of electric. That works. Ain't too hot. So what we do is he guards them like so we lost 15 turkeys this week to a hawk, so we put him in there and then we don't lose any. So it's a great way to kind of protect the birds, or he guards the sheep or anything we want him to guard. He'll do. This has all been grazed by chickens and sheep and even cattle in the winter, and we have them in the winter here too. We still have a lot of weeds, but the sheep will actually graze the weeds and mow down some of the weeds. And then we did a little bit of seeding through NRCS that we got some money from them. But a lot of this is naturally occurring, like what's grass that's already in the ground right now. And the chickens and the sheep really help kind of create the environment that helps things grow better. So here, this is sheep farrowed over here. So this is kind of the environment. We set up a temporary fence around them. They farrow in those farrowing huts, and then and once they're old enough, we'll kind of put them in with the rest of the group. And then this side, so, at one point, this whole farm, probably, when they had sheep years ago and generations past, was all these woods didn't really exist. These are all really young woods. So what the sheep are doing is helping to control some of the briar, and the pigs are controlling some of the briars and invasives. And then they'll eventually open this up, so it actually will become more like a park, kind of nicer. There'll be some grasses in there, and we might even be able to rotate some of our sheep through, or goats, or whatever we have in the future. So kind of the pigs are like these first movers here, and really kind of clean up everything, so that we can use the space for more animals, and also just improve the space too. Olds actually get delivered to us, about 900 every 3 weeks. So we get them as day olds. They stay in here for about this time of year, about 2.5 weeks, potentially 3 weeks. We get them out as quickly as we can, as long as they're hardy enough and it's warm enough. And then they go into our little pasture shelters. For a week they stay in the pasture shelters, and we move them every day. And then after a week, and the reason why we do that is because they're too small to fit through the fencing, we let them out and they free range for the rest of their life until we process them. So this is where they start though, the Airstream. I think it's the world's only Airstream brooder.